The mission of Girls Inc. of New York City is to inspire all girls to be strong, smart, and bold. And our comprehensive curriculum, which is research-based, provides a solid foundation that has 3 legs in the triangle. One is healthy living, one is academic enrichment, and one is life skills. I think our staff is a key ingredient to our success. We hire women that by and large come from the communities we serve, so that they're living, breathing role models, so that every day they have someone in front of them whose message is, I made it and so can you. And I'm always more than happy to say over 90% of the girls we serve go on to college, which is a big deal. I can think of no other more fulfilling work than to see girls who wouldn't otherwise have an opportunity be recognized for their, in some cases, brilliance, but talents, their abilities. It's an incredible thing to watch.
Good evening. I am Abby Crutchfield, your host for this very special virtual event to support the work of Girls Inc. of New York City. How about we give it up in the chat for DJ Executive spinning? I see a lot of praise for those beautiful songs. And I hope that you are ready for a night of inspiration. Or you know what? If you're at home, at the very least, an hour to put off folding laundry. Just me? When I am not the master of these ceremonies, I host Up Early Tonight, now streaming on Hulu, and you can also listen to me on Spotify's new podcast, Flame Out. Follow me on Twitter and Instagram at Curly Comedy. I put it right here. And without further ado, I'm delighted to tell you what I hope is the last virtual gala you'll ever have, to tell you about all the wonderful things we've got going on. Although, you know what? Even though this might be our last virtual meeting, I will secretly miss wearing pajama pants to Zoom weddings. Anyone else? Okay, don't tell on yourself. You don't have to admit to that in the chat. Here's some stats that I think are pretty interesting, just to get us excited about what we're here for. In the US, only 21% of senior leadership positions are held by women. Among new college graduates, men out-earn women by 18%. According to the World Economic Forum, at the current rate of progress, it will take another 108 years to reach gender parity. Of course, we can't wait that long. And you know what, to add insult to injury, in 108 years, Jared Leto will still look 30. It's not right. You know, I do love this organization, as I'm sure you do too. The mission of Girls Inc. of New York City is to inspire all girls to be strong, smart, and bold. As schools begin to reopen, Girls Inc. programming is launching many new initiatives to encourage girls in the back to school process so that girls throughout the city can continue to receive critical programming that will help them overcome learning loss and the traumatic isolation that they experienced. I mean, these are not easy times. One way Girls Inc. of New York City provides the support that girls need is with one-on-one phone calls to check in on them and their families. And those calls give girls a chance to say, no, I'm not okay. Now, here is a little stat for you. What factor is most critical in elevating the economic status of a community? You guys can guess in the chat. But before you finish, I will answer the trivia question for you. Girls education. In addition to mental health support, Girls Inc. of New York City provides rigorous academic enrichment and skills training. Now, some of my special skills include fake knitting. See, can't tell. Eating all the corner brownies before anyone else, and singing to telemarketers. It just brightens their day. Now, throughout this evening, you'll hear girls sharing their struggles and triumphs and the importance of Girls Inc. programming in their lives. And you'll also learn about two of the digitized programs that enabled Girls Inc. to emerge as a thought leader. And finally, we have a number of special appearances that you will not want to miss. Now, whether you're wearing a pair of sweats with spaghetti stains or a sequin ball gown, we want to see you. Post a selfie with the handle at Girls Inc. NYC right now on Twitter and Instagram. Dog filters welcome. This is the judgment-free zone, everybody. We love everyone that came. And while you're at it, I know folks have come to us from a variety of platforms, and this is a great time to register on one cause so you can participate in the community giving moment or the online auction. Text GINYC 2021 to the number 243725, and you'll receive a response text with instructions for completing your registration. Or visit the Gala website at the link in the chat. Thank you, Cynthia, for adding that right now. By the way, 100% of proceeds from tonight's program will support delivery of Girls Inc. of New York City's programming throughout the city. So already you're here, you're helping. Thank you. You will hear more from our longtime friend and fabulous fundraising host, my friend Erin, about ways we can help thousands of girls throughout the city get a foothold in a better reality post-pandemic. And now I am pleased to present a special performance by the incredible Jawan Jackson singing My Girl from Broadway's Ain't Too Proud to Beg. After that, we will get started with a welcome by the board chair of Girls Inc. of New York City, Callie Cole. Take it away, Jawan.
Millions of youth attending public schools did their best to continue their studies during the pandemic, but they were challenged with issues created when schools went to remote learning, including issues with their personal mental health. Thank you, Girls Inc. of New York City, for providing support for these young girls in such a difficult time in this world. This song is dedicated to you.
I've got sunshine on a cloudy day. When it's cold outside, I've got the month of May. I guess you say, what can make me feel this way? It's my girl, talking about my girl, Come on, hey, hey, hey. Come on, hey, hey, come on. I don't need no money, no fortune or fame. I've got all the riches, baby, one man can claim. Well, I guess you say, what can make me feel this way? It's my girl, talking about my girl. I got sunshine with my girl. Everything is brighter with my girl. Talking about my girl. My girl.
During the pandemic, Girls Inc. of New York City quickly pivoted to remote learning and increased their resources to cater to girls on all levels, including mental health. Thank you, Girls Inc. of New York City.
We all have the right to be happy and healthy. Girls Inc. of New York City emphasizes these rights. We encourage girls to have confidence, defy stereotypes, and be proud of their success. We need your support as we push through barriers and give girls the right to embrace their true selves. Thank you, Girls Inc. of New York City.
Welcome, and thank you to all of you for joining us today. We're pleased to welcome many of you who've been with us for some time now, as well as those of you who are new to our Girls Inc. community. Just before we get started, I would like to express my gratitude to all who went above and beyond to help us make this event come to life. A very, very special thank you to the extraordinary people at the Fashion Nova Cares Foundation and, of course, Lala Anthony. Thank you to our board of directors and the Gala Special Committee, all of whom worked very hard to make this gala possible. I also want to add a special acknowledgement and thank you to our major corporate partners, especially Moody's, our honoree, for their remarkable support in helping us take our programs into the brave new world of data analytics and educational technology. We couldn't ask for a better partner. Also Teneo, who has been a sponsor of ours for years and is sponsoring this gala along with the other two. Gender equality, that is, equality for girls and women, is becoming one of the defining issues of our day. You may remember it all started with the Me Too movement and sexual harassment. Listen, I want to give you a fact. In September of last year, 1.1 million people left the workforce. 865,000 of those people were women, and almost half of those women were Black or Latina. Our programs are aimed at remedying these inequalities, moving beyond the status quo into a world that welcomes, as my heroine Ruth Bader Ginsburg put it, our daughters and as much as our sons. Strides are being made, and organizations like Girls Inc. of New York City are pivotal to that progress. During the coming weeks and months, there will be many opportunities for you to get involved and to know more about our strategic initiatives, our digitized programs that use avatars and real-life situations, and the very first of its kind in the nation, our award-winning Generation Giga Girls, our Moody's Data Analytics program, expanding nationally to the entire Girls Inc. network. These are just a few of the many new initiatives on the horizon. But for now, welcome, and please enjoy yourself. We have an exciting program in store.
Thank you so much, Callie, for your hard work. And you know we love an RBG shout out. And now I am pleased to introduce our longtime friend and fundraising host, Erin Ward. You're going to rally all of us and our pocketbooks. So welcome, Erin. You know what? I have a little auction trivia. I recently learned a silent auction is not an auction for mimes.
To me, that an silent auction is a complete oxymoron.
Yes, it is. And you're
Yeah.
stranger to auctions, are you?
I am. So I come from a family history of females in the auction world, which is pretty cool.
Very
So
cool.
when we hear auction, we think 1 million bid in 2 would go 2 million, bid in 3 would go 3 million, bid in 4 would go 4 million, and 5 million, 6 million, 7 million, now 8 million would go 9 million, now 10 million. Sold it your way, Abby. What do you think?
Amazing. But this auction is a little different. Can you tell me more about that?
Yeah, so coming up, we're going to be having an opportunity for everybody to make a gift. This is not buying an item, although our silent auction is running till 8 p.m. There's that oxymoron for you. Silent auction's open till 8, but we're going to have an opportunity here in just a few minutes where everybody can give together, because that's what Girls Inc. is. It's a community supporting our community of girls in New York City. So as Abby mentioned earlier, all you're going to need to do, and you should all do it now to get ready, is text GINYC 2021 to the number 243725. So you're going to text in that number. They'll send you a link and you can join us. It's really important that you all get a chance to be with us, because without you, there wouldn't be a Girls Inc. New York City. This year has helped us so much get through the pandemic and help the girls overcome things that we never knew we would need. We really stepped into a virtual world, giving support and aid to the girls of New York City and getting them through this year. So, as I mentioned, we're going to have a giving opportunity in just a few moments, but you can start the giving now. Any level of gift as you pop into that donation button. We want to see you come up. We're going to see your names coming up. We're going to hear some of your voices and inspire your friends in the chat. In fact, before I throw it back over here, I want to know where some of you are viewing from. So this is an interactive program. Abby, we're live here tonight. So we want to see you. We want to hear from you. We're reading your chats. Okay, so nobody's going to tell me where they're from so that I can give you a shout out. Thank you. Look at that. Jersey City, Brooklyn, Harlem. See, I see you. Upstate New York, Chicago. I love it. Thank you so much. Yes. You're calling it from New Mexico? Absolutely. This is going to be a great night. California. Yes, a Brooklynite out there. Thank you so much. You're coming from all over. And that's what's cool about Girls Inc. New York City is that we're everywhere and we're showing what needs to happen. So we want to tell you some more stories about the incredible work of Girls Inc. Hear from some girls, hear some more programming. But again, I need you all right now, even if you're not planning to give and you just want to check it out, text GINYC 2021 to the number 243725. And I'll be back in a little bit, but now I'd like to introduce Jennifer, who's a remarkable young woman whose story of her resilience through COVID is both relatable and inspiring.
Hi, my name is Jennifer. I'm in the 12th grade at Theater Arts Production Company. I feel like the most memorable thing about participating in Girls Inc. is getting to meet other girls that understand me and have similar interests to me, as well as learning how women and young women in general, navigate through different forms of jobs and careers. The last year for me during COVID was just like treacherous. I'm a type of person that likes going outside. I'm very adventurous. I just don't like staying at one place at one time. So staying at home for nearly a year, it was just torture for me. My mom lost her job right before COVID started, and my dad took a break from his job because, as I mentioned earlier, health reasons, and he didn't want to risk anything just yet. Participating from Girls Inc. remotely, I feel like it was my only escape from reality in general. When I participated in the Girls Inc. program, it was just a way to talk about my feelings and have people who understand what I was going through, and just like a safe space to talk about everything and anything. Through Girls Inc., I learned about affirmations. I was feeling very hopeless during COVID and just sitting at home all the time, so writing down affirmations such as, the day will get better, or I'm gonna do well on this test, it just helped me feel more positive and have more encouragement to keep going throughout the day instead of just giving up. So the next year ahead of me, for starters, I'll be in college. I'll be attending Clark University in Worcester, Massachusetts. I'm pretty excited about that. It's 2.5 hours away from home, so I think that some goals that I have set for myself is just first, stay focused in school. 5 years from now, I'll probably be an involved version of myself, per se. I know that Clark offers an accelerated master program, which means that I could do my master's in a year instead of 2, so I'm probably gonna apply to that. And if not, I probably see myself in my first real full-time job.
Thank you, Jennifer. She wants to see an evolved version of herself. I love that. We wish you well at college. And if I could give you a tip from personal experience, you can order food at 3 a.m. or you can schedule classes for 9:30 a.m., but I wouldn't do both. Oh, it makes it hard. As you know, the trend in girls' mental health, we're going in the wrong direction prior to the pandemic. The pandemic exacerbated the trends. Girls Inc. of New York City has been there every step of the way with Wellness Wednesdays, health and wellness lounges, and individual outreach to help the girls in New York City get through these tough times. Here to speak about the importance of mental health programming for girls is Alyssa Milano.
I just want everyone to remember, even in their darkest days where you're like, this hurt so much, I didn't expect any of this to hurt this much. Remember that you will get through it and you will be stronger and more beautiful on the other side, internally beautiful on the other side of that pain. And it's time that we're honest about that. Like it's, we've grown up with generations and generations of women having to pretend like everything's okay all the time. And that what we think doesn't matter as much. And I think it's important that we start to make our young people aware and prepare them and give them the tools to get through hardships, to give them the tools to get through disappointment or heartache. I certainly didn't have the tools when I was younger. I feel very lucky to have the tools now, but start creating those tools for yourself. What makes you feel good? What makes you feel like, you're in a meditative state? What brings you fulfillment and joy? And how the mind and body is truly connected, and what it means to dance it out.
Hi, my name is Nayel. I'm 17. I'm a senior graduating and going to John Jay College. I've been in Girls Inc. Since my sophomore year of high school, and from the very moment I stepped in that room, it was like a different atmosphere, literally, because it was so bright, so colorful. The teachers were so nice, so welcoming. I really liked the fact that I didn't feel like an outsider. Mind Body Matters is a class that specializes in the mental health of us young women, and I really like that class. During this time, mental health has really been depleting because we're stuck in the house all day long and we're in school. Things can get a little bit overwhelming. So I really like this provides an outlet for young women, including myself, to discuss these things. So recently, I've kind of gotten into meditating. Before, I never used to be able to do that. I couldn't really get in the right headspace. Like, I was just so distracted. But I learned that there's different forms of meditating. Meditating doesn't always mean like, it comes in like affirmations and things, and affirmations is really the main thing that I do. I have wrote them down, so I look at them every day, I say them every day, and also we do like art as well. So not only do they show your creativity, but they also like help you recognize the power that you have within. And I think that COVID was like a huge like, whoa, like we need to really buckle down on everyone's mental health. So I think that this program really helped me focus on myself, like put myself first. Like you can't get that 90 if your headspace is not correct. I will be graduated from John Jay in 4 years, and hopefully I'll be in medical school. That's a big hope. If not in medical school, then I'll be in grad school pursuing my master's degree in either psychology still or in a different profession. Interests change. Hopefully my interest doesn't change because I really like this interest, but you never know.
Thanks, Danielle, for sharing your story. You are absolutely right. Although there's nothing wrong with, I gotta say, I'm a personal fan of the affirmations. In fact, what I would love you all to do as you're joining me is in the chat, put some of your favorite affirmations. Join us. These are things that Mind Matters encourages, encouraging the girls to put themselves first, to take care of their health, to take care of their mental state. This year, girls have been put into different worlds that they had never expected. Things like girls that never had Wi-Fi in their houses. They never had computers. They couldn't afford laptops. They couldn't do virtual school when it pivoted to virtual school. They are now babysitters for their younger siblings. They become the caretaker in the family while the parents are working virtually. There's been so much family dynamic that's changed, and Girls Inc. has been there. There's been moments where there'll be a Minds Matter Monday or a Wellness Wednesday or something where they sit and they talk about what's happening and check in, and they check in with the girls. And that might be the only time that the girls have space to vent what they need to vent, to get through, to do a self-check, to make sure that everybody's okay. Otherwise, they're locked in their little shut-in and they just click into a classroom where it's not very interactive. It's really watching. And so this was a great thing that Girls Inc. was able to provide. This service is amazing. The team that works and does all the programs and everything that's provided, there is such a demand more than ever. The schools have a line trying to get Girls Inc. into the schools. Problem is funding. This year's cut back funding in so many ways, with the Girls Inc. not being able to physically be in the schools. That cut back a lot of their funding from the schools. So there's a big shortage because there's a huge need and a very short funding. So that's where you are. You're in that middle area and we need you there. I'll make it a hug so you really fit in there for me, because that's where we really need you. Now I put the number up on the screen. So I want you now to text GINYC 2021 to the number 243-725. So what's cool is that we have a thermometer. Do we want to throw up our thermometer right now? Let me see it. There it is. Yes. This is the thermometer tonight, and this is going to rise every time you make a gift, every time you make a donation, it's going to rise. And we're going to ask for all sorts of levels of donations. You know, there's a gift out there for you, and maybe it's $10,000. Maybe you want to join us. I just see Camille and Stephanie, Madeline just gave $2,500, just came in on my screen. And then there's a gift here from Leah Ben for $100. Carol Strickberg for $1,000. Oh my gosh, gifts are already starting to come in. We're going to see this thermometer rise in just a little bit. You can take the thermometer down. Don't scare them. Let's see my beautiful face right now. But that thermometer is a part of what Girls Inc. needs. They need your support in so many ways, in sharing the programming and sharing the messaging and doing the hashtags, in showing what Girls Inc. really is. The programs have been so successful. They say that 97% of Girls Inc. New York City alumni enrolled since 2015 are on track to graduate college. That's huge. 97% will be graduating. I mean, it's incredible what the support is with Girls Inc. It has been such a crazy year. It has been such a crazy world. And your support now more than ever is going straight to the girls and the future of New York City. So I will be back in just a few minutes to check on how we're doing with our donations. I want you to make sure you get a chance in there to donate, and every single level is important. You know, you could be giving your favorite lucky number. I hope that lucky number is 1,000,000, but maybe it's 37. It doesn't matter, because every opportunity is here and you are what makes this possible. We can't do this without you. So I'm going to throw this back to my incredible friend, Abby. Gifts are coming in, Abby. It is happening. It's incredible. The remarkable work that is going on here is out of control. So I'm super excited. Let's throw the number back up in the chat. Text GINYC to 243-725. Gifts are coming in. Yay!
Sarah, thank you so much. I think it's awesome. And thank you to those who have generously given. We'll bring Aaron back in a little while, so let's just keep that momentum going and see if you were paying attention. Here's my next trivia question. What % of Girls Inc. NYC girls went to college last year? Anyone in the chat? I'm going to tell you right now. 100%. In the meantime, here is Pam, CEO of Girls Inc. of New York City, to talk about our college retention program, Project Reach.
The pandemic threatened every aspect of college life as we know it. Some dropped out of college temporarily, some indefinitely. But I am so pleased to say that has not been the experience for the girls in our programs. Thanks to Project Reach, a college completion program funded by Macquarie, we experienced an unprecedented 99% retention rate of the freshmen in our programs. The freshman year is really important because that's the year typically when students drop out. We used a case management approach. That was the key. Our staff stepped up the emotional support and encouragement that they usually provide, stayed in greater contact, and identified financial resources, academic resources, whatever they needed to stay in school. The cost of not completing college, the economic cost, is a high one. Because in our society, education, higher education, is still the great equalizer. But thanks to Project Reach, the girls in our programs will graduate and have brighter futures and the opportunity to realize their dreams.
Hi, my name is Tiara Coleman. I am a junior at Vassar College. I was at school at the Urban Assembly Institutes of Math and Science for Young Women, and how Girls Inc. came into the picture. It was the after school program. And so they had like film and track and computer science and just so many different activities. And I've been with Girls Inc. Up until now. So that's about to be a decade, yeah. Girls Inc. has created this generational sisterhood, so it's not only just girls my age, but girls that are probably 10 years older than me, or 20 years older than me, or even 30 years. And it's all this inclusive environment, because it's not only women that look like me, but women of all different backgrounds that have different career paths, or are mothers or not. And so it just really enables all of us to have this, just this network of people that genuinely care about each other. Project Reach ultimately is a network of all the alumni of Girls Inc. It's supposed to help girls basically become graduates and not just remain undergraduates. And how do we retain them? We basically have to make sure that we're meeting them where they are like falling behind, or that they're falling through the cracks. So meaning like, do you need financial support? Do you need internship support? Like how can we reach you basically? And how can we also further build the network of alumni of Girls Inc. I'm the president of an org called GET, which is Gender Inclusivity in Tech. And so I would love to not only have it within the Vassar atmosphere or like the Vassar space, but also to like eventually partner with girls in the city, specifically Girls Inc. girls. So hopefully I can mentor girls or give them an internship opportunity at the company that I hopefully work in. And then next year, I'm gonna manifest that, yeah.
Organizations like Girls Inc. of New York City are engines of social change. We're planting important seeds of change: equality for women, racial equality, and economic equality, bridging the gaps between the haves and the have-nots. Your support is crucial for our efforts.
The pandemic created a real digital divide. Using a tablet or laptop isn't the same as using a smartphone. Many girls have never had to use computers and tablets for school at this level or had Wi-Fi in their homes. Thank you, Girls Inc. New York City, for helping to reduce the divide and providing support to young girls so that they can become strong, smart, and bold adults.
I love that Tiara is already manifesting success. She's thinking about mentoring other girls and giving back. That's what Girls Inc. of New York City is all about. I personally am going to manifest a pizza for dinner later tonight. All right. I'm inspired by you, Tiara. Generation Giga Girls, or G3, is the first ever interactive digitized program using multicultural avatars and social justice vignettes that capture girls' attention. They learn statistical approaches and research current data on issues such as reproductive rights during different administrations, how disciplinary action against Black girls in schools is disproportionate compared with girls of other races, as well as immigration trends. These programs ignite a passion that continues on to the study of data science in college. A special thanks goes to the support of our Moody's board member, Margaret Raniker, for her constant professional and personal support. Here now is Arlene Isaacs-Lowe, Global Head of Corporate Social Responsibility for Moody's Corporation and President of the Moody's Foundation, to speak about Generation Giga Girls.
To help close the gender gap in finance and technology, about 6 years ago, Moody's and Girls Inc. of New York City co-created what is Generation Giga Girls, which we affectionately call G3. As a company that's founded on data analysis, Moody's is committed to preparing young people for careers in finance, economics, and technology.
The G3 program is, I would say, the first of its kind data analytics program. It's a one-year project-based program that really works with our girls to build their skills in math, critical thinking, technology through a social justice lens.
Studying data and understanding data and how data works, how to collect data, the different types of data you can collect. So that was very surprising. And I also didn't think that it would also involve real life situations.
What I love about the G3 program is that our girls are learning how data is used to inform just a lot of the policies that are affecting their communities and their neighborhoods, right? And then our girls are able to look at the data, how it's used, and also be able to sort of tell their own story from it.
So we're doing a project right now, the end of the year project, and our project is about how COVID had impacted violence against women.
You see these young women sort of transform right before your eyes from curiosity to subject matter experts.
I really enjoy the whole class in general. It's a really safe space. We talk about things that are actually happening right now and things that actually matter to me and the other kids in the school. No matter how down I am during the day, whenever I know that the next class is data analytics, I get so happy. I'm just like, yes, finally. It's really, really nice. It feels like a whole community and your own little family. So I'm always looking forward to it. So basically every day is kind of memorable.
We're thrilled when the outcome of our investment in social innovation and impact creates something that can be scaled and introduced to an expanding population of talented young people. We hope that bringing more visibility to G3, we will be able to continue to expand the program to help more girls to pursue careers in finance and technology.
Moody's has been so great. You know, our girls have been able to connect with their employees and learn a little bit more about what that work looks like outside of just high school in the data analytics class. We've also been able to see our girls outperform their peers in math and science on standardized tests. So we know that the program is making that type of impact. We've also seen over 50% of our young people start declaring majors in STEM when they're getting into college, which is amazing. Just seeing that ownership, that advocacy that came from our students was really because of the G3 program.
Girls Inc. has given me a lot of confidence to actually go for what I want. I'm going to Arcadia University in Pennsylvania, and I'm planning on doing a double major, psychology and criminology.
I come at this from the perspective of having had a shared experience of what many of the girls may be faced with. So this is something that rings near and dear to my own experiences and to what I believe can be transformative in the context of launching a successful life and a successful future for not just you, but your family and your community.
Arlene, it's great to see you.
It is wonderful seeing you as well. And I can't wait until we are again in the same room.
When we started, it was a very novel idea, and we were about half the size we are now. And it was extraordinary that you believed in us. You worked with us to develop the idea every step of the way. We couldn't have asked for better partners. And now, as you know, 1/3 of our graduates are going into STEM, which is a direct result of the impact of this program. I can't say enough. I can't thank you enough. From the bottom of my heart, with deepest appreciation for what it's done for Girls Inc. of New York City and the girls we serve, and now nationally. Many, many other affiliates nationally are receiving the benefit. It is a true dream come true for our affiliate, for other affiliates, and for thousands of girls all over the country. So from the bottom of my heart, it is with my greatest pleasure, on behalf of the board and the staff of Girls Inc. of New York City, we present you with our Leadership Award.
I want to say thank you to Girls Inc. I'm truly honored to accept this award on behalf of Moody's, and we are so grateful to the team at Girls Inc. And for the opportunity to really interact with the girls who are part of the program. I also want to say a special thank you to Jen Rivera, who's on my team and was an early influence in Moody's moving forward on this and in the establishment of the partnership with Girls Inc. You know, as a company, we're founded on data analysis, and Moody's is committed to preparing young people for careers in finance, economics, and technology. So by providing internships, mentorships, and resources, we are helping students to make better career decisions and activate a brighter future. And Girls Inc.'s partnership and the co-creation of G3 is a model example of that. As you said, when we started out, the G3 initiative was a revolutionary idea. Teaching data analytics to underserved high school girls. And now this program is in the midst of a national rollout across the US and Canada, and we could not be more pleased. Thank you so much for the acknowledgement, but even more important, thank you for the partnership.
Hey there, Leslie Grace here. I'll be appearing in the upcoming movie adaptation of Lin-Manuel Miranda's In the Heights as Nina Rosario. And I'll be doing it alongside some of the most amazing, I say the best castmates in the world. But tonight, I am so honored and so excited to be speaking to the Girls Inc. of New York City and all of the community and their supporters. I cannot commend you all enough for the amazing work that you all are doing. As a young lady of color, I find it so important that young women, you know, of all places and of all skin tones and from all neighborhoods get to really develop their full selves. I am a Bronx born, raised in Yonkers till I was 10, and then moved to Florida. And that move definitely put a big spotlight on the importance of finding my community and finding my belonging. And that isn't always easy, depending on where you live or where you move, and your family dynamics. So I really find the work that you all are doing invaluable. Almost 10,000 girls each year get to develop their full selves within health, within academics, within life skills. And so I encourage you all here tonight to please join me in donating what you can to the Girls Inc. of New York City and continue to fuel the paths of young women of color who really, really do deserve it.
All right, it's that time. It is the magical time. You have come here for a party, you have come for a celebration, and normally you'd be sitting in the way back of the room behind a big centerpiece, and I'd be trying to see you, but now I'm coming straight to your living room. Now you are the front seats. Now you're the VIPs. Now you are the most important people in the room, because without you tonight doesn't make next year possible. We need to be stepping up. We need to make the change that happen. We know we believe in these girls. I mean, how crazy is it that we're sitting and we're watching Moody's get an award and they're saying how bizarre an idea it was to teach data analytics to an underserved community of high school girls? Why is that crazy? It's not anymore. Moody's changed that. It's not crazy anymore. It is now rolling out nationally. It is now going even up to Canada. It is such a great program. STEM and girls, that should go together very easily. And Girls Inc. makes that possible. You know, there's a program that's created. It costs about $25,000 for 25 girls to be part of this program. It's called Girl Boss. Girls Inc. New York City has this entrepreneurial summer camp. It's so cool that features kind of like a Shark Tank competition. They take 25 girls. They actually have a competition of 50 girls, and they compete against each other to present their ideas. They develop them. I believe that the winner this past competition was for a wellness app. You know, there's so many things to track physical health, but not enough to track mental health. Well, girls came up with that. They invented it. They made it happen. So if you gave a gift of $25,000 right now, you could be underwriting one of those programs, changing the lives of those 25 girls, or maybe a gift of $10,000. You know, $10,000 could at this point send 10 girls through the G3 data analytics program. 10 girls right there. You could make that happen. All right. So maybe you can't do 25,000. Maybe you can't do 10. How about 5,000, 2,500? Now's the chance. While I'm on the screen now, this is where we're going to make that happen. I need you to text in. I'm begging, I'm pleading, I'm excited, I'm stoked. We're here. I need you to text in to GINYC. You're going to text it to the number 243-725, and you're going to push donate. You're going to make a gift that's going to make a difference. You're not going to sit there and buy something on Amazon. You are going to be the change maker in some incredible girl's future. You're going to change who our next president will be. Maybe you want to give a gift of $1,500, inspiring, one of the girls' college weekends, keeping the girls in college, helping them with the registrar, the bursar, the visit at the campus, meet the faculty, see the housing in the dorms, the student hall. Do you remember how overwhelming that was? What if your mom or your family has never been to college and you don't have anybody to help you through that? Or $1,000 that helps support the Leadership Institute, helping high school seniors with their employers, because the employers are telling us, we're asking them, what do you need? And they say people are not coming out of high school with 21st century skills. They don't know the skills they need for college or employment, like communication, collaboration, creativity, creative thinking, critical thinking. Leadership Institute lays a foundation for the future, teaching them these skills and what it takes to lead. That's $1,000. Just one. So, oh my gosh, gifts are coming in, and I didn't see my screen saying that. Janine Donnelly, thank you so much. 250. Catherine, 200. Kathy, 50. Haley, $100. Mona, $1,500. It's coming in. Stacy Gordon gave a gift of $5,000. Thank you so much. Oh my goodness. Huge gift that just came in from Susan Axelrod. Absolutely. All right, it's happening. It's happening. All right, I can be all serious and everything, but this is where it counts. You're making it happen, and I'm watching it happen. We just had a gift. I don't have to say all the things. I don't have to tell you how much it came for or who much it came. I just got one that just says, friend gave 1,000. I'm on board. You're my friend. You're a friend of Girls Inc. It's real. Yes. And shout out right there into that chat. I want to see, cheer on some of the other people. Let them, I would tell you that if you can't put your hands up and make a donation at this level, that you should type in a donation or type into the chat. Cheer on our donors. Cheer on our friends of Girls Inc. because we all have to come together now. Giovanni, thank you so much. Meredith Meyer, thank you so much. Kristen Graham, Helene Deutsch, thank you so much. Charmaine Slack 1,000, thank you so much to Tag Wang. Oh boy, Jessica. Malos just gave. Courtney, Adante just gave. I think this is exciting. We're getting close to our goal, but we haven't hit our goal. Now, I have really exciting news. Moody's has offered us a match this evening. We have to get $25,000 in order to be matched. That means we need you to make a gift, and then they make a gift. You make 1,000, they make 1,000. You make 500, they make 500. But if we don't get to $25,000, it's not going to happen. This really has to happen. So this is doubling your money. This is like making a bid on Bitcoin, except it's real. You are going to double your impact to Girls Inc. right now. I want you to do it right now. Can we do it? Can we get 25 people to give me $1,000? Make a $1,000 donation. The thermometer is raising. Can we make it happen? I'm watching gifts coming in. All right. While I'm watching this come in, I want to talk about some of the other levels here. As I'm seeing your gifts coming in, I know you're starting to think, I gotta give my processor some time, see how close we are to that match. Last I checked, we needed about $15,000 to make it happen, and I think we can happen. Can we make that happen? All right. $500 helps us with financial literacy, which is one of the biggest problems in the country. Guilty. How many of you knew financial literacy? Why don't they teach that in school? Well, you know what? Girls Inc. is here helping make that happen. Girls Inc. helps with a financial literacy program. It gives us the opportunity to fund this to make this happen. I'm so excited. I'm watching all the the gifts are coming in. This is really excited. We just got another gift that just came in from Allison Harden. Thank you so much. We are this much closer every gift you make. We are seeing your gifts coming in. I know our board is super excited. Our girls are super excited, and it's going to happen. Now you can make a gift of $100. So think about $100 gift. I mean, think about how much you spent on Amazon last month. Think how much you spent on a fancy cup of coffee. But what about $100? What about the type of impact? If everybody watching, I wish I had a head count right now of how many of you are on right this minute to tell us. And if you could all make $100 gift, how transformative that could be. You don't realize it, but we are a community. That's what this year has been about, right? It's all about coming together. It's all about being able to be together. That's why I like this more than our live auctions, because not just one winner, but every single person gets to be a winner. Every single one of you that gets an opportunity to donate becomes an instant winner. You win because you are giving to the future. They say that nobody ever goes broke by making a donation. It's true. You're putting somebody's life before your own. So I'm watching these gifts come in. It is so exciting watching you support all of these incredible girls from the most underserved communities in all of New York City. You know, if I had a list of all of the communities, we've got everywhere from the Bronx, we've got Highbrows, we've got Montehaven, we've got Concourse, East Harlem, Central Harlem. You know, you are posting where you're viewing from, but think about the lives that you are affecting. Kids from Bushwick, Brownsville, Far Rockaway, Astoria, even Long Island City, and down to Kingsbridge, every single place, right in East Harlem, Central Harlem, all over. You are affecting them. So wherever you are right now, know that your gift is going so into the center of the Girls Inc. New York City community. You are showing them we care about you. People are leaving New York. People are flying from New York because they can't handle it. Well, you are right in the center of it. And we're here to support you. We're going to help you not just survive, but thrive. COVID is not going to take down the girls of Girls New York City. Girls Inc. is here for them, and you are making that happen. Your funding is so critical right now. Your funding is more critical than it's ever been. And I know that I've stood before you before and begged you to buy an auction item and begged you to make support, but COVID has changed a lot. And Girls Inc. is one of those things that's hanging on, and we can't let it go because we need it more than ever. So please, please join now by texting to GINYC. You're going to text to the number 243-725. You're going to put in GINYC 2021. Now, your silent auction is going to be going on until 8 p.m. tonight, but your donations can continue to give. Please continue to make gifts. Share this message with your friends. Get it out far and wide. Let's make it happen. Thank you, Glenda. We just got another gift that came in. This is exciting. Please keep it going. It is so, so, so important. Abby, this has been an incredible night. This is my last chance tonight. So I think you've got a great night to celebrate. Let's have a little bit of celebration about all of the incredible work that they've been doing. Keep giving, keep smiling. I'm Erin from Star Benefit Auctions. It's awesome to be here with you again. I hope to see you all in person next year. Please, this was my second virtual gala with Girls Inc. New York City. That's enough. I need some hugs. See you soon.
Yes, thank you, Smashworks. Look at me. I want to be an honorary member. Ashley, can I join? All right, it's gonna take some work. How cool are they? So cool. Our silent auction is closing by 8 p.m. So get your bids in now. That's going to happen soon. And you know, I got my eye on those Noom subscription personally. My friends have used it and have had good results. So I also know that generosity makes your skin glow, baby. So just go for it. I want to thank everyone who zoomed in with us tonight, joining me over there on the chat as we joke around, but also get vital information and share supportive words. Isn't that what it's all about? And you know what? A special thank you to you. You're our closest supporters and friends. You've gone above and beyond during these times to make our work possible. Good night, everybody.